Yesterday we looked at how to calculate the surface area when it was already broken up into a net. Today we're going to continue finding surface area, but starting from a 3D shape to then create the net and then find the total surface area, similar to how we did yesterday. So if we look at this rectangular prism, we need to think about how we can find the surface area the same way we did yesterday. So I remember that we had it flat as a net, so we can go ahead and start breaking it apart to create that net and then begin finding the area. So if I highlight the front piece, I see that this front piece is 20 centimeters by 9 centimeters, right? So if this height over here is 9, that means this height is 9. So go ahead and draw your front piece. We're going to label it F for front, and that's 20 centimeters, and this is 9 centimeters. Then I can also see that the top piece right here, let's look at the top piece, is 20 centimeters. And then this height, right, if this piece is 5 centimeters, then this one must be 5 centimeters as well. So let's go ahead and put the top piece on our paper. So T for top, 20 for the base, and 5 for the height. And then I also see on this piece, the right side of our box is looking like the base is 5 and the height is 9. So let's go ahead and draw that on our paper. This is the right piece. 5 centimeters is the base and 9 for the height. So what do we know then about the sides that we don't see in our prism? Well, they are all parallel sides. So the dimensions of the front is the same as the back. The dimensions of the, and I messed it up. Let's go back. So that means if I have the front, I can double it to find the piece in the back. If I have the dimensions of the top piece, then they are the same as the bottom piece, so I can double that one. And if I have the dimensions of the right piece, then I also have the dimensions of the left piece, so I can double that one as well. So now we can begin to draw out our plan, similar to how we did with our nets, to find the surface area. So if I found the area of the front and doubled it, the area of the top and doubled it, the area of the right and doubled it, I would then have to add all of these pieces together to get my surface area. So instead of writing it horizontally, I'm just going to write it vertically to save up some time. And let's begin writing our formula. So area equals base times height for 3 different shapes, or 3 different types of rectangles. And we know that once we find the base and height of each one, we're going to multiply it by 2. And so now we can start substituting our dimensions. So if we look at the front piece, I know that the base and height is 20 by 9, which gives me an area of 180 squared centimeters for the front. But then we also have to include the back, so let's multiply by 2. So this piece is 360 centimeters squared, the front and the back. Now let's look at the top piece. The dimensions are 20 by 5, which is 100 centimeters squared. But again, we have to double it because now we also have the bottom piece, which is 200 squared centimeters. So now we have the top and the bottom. And we are left with this piece, the right and the left, which is a dimensions of 5 and 9, which we know is 45 squared centimeters. But then again, we have to double it so that we can find the left side, which is 90 squared centimeters. All right, now that we have the areas of all 6 sides, we still have to find the surface area. So I know we have to add 360, 290 all together to get our total. Sorry, I'm zooming out. 4, 5, 6. So the surface area of this rectangular prism is 650 squared centimeters. So you're going to be practicing more just like we did here. The first thing I want to see is you drawing out your picture. The second is writing your formulas, substituting your numbers into that formula, and then adding your areas together to find the total surface area.